you're having a better evening than Devin, waiting 20 minutes in a drive-through and didn't even order anything. Was the box working, Devin? I'm not. Was Burger King open, Devin? I know some places.
So
I know some places are closed sometimes.
Just sitting there.
I've had this happen recently.
Okay,
At one of my favorite fast food establishments, and people will give me crap when I say this.
Popeyes.
Sonic.
I always enjoyed Sonic,
To
but I
me-
just never made it around to one.
Sonic is number one with a bullet for me. Like, if I could choose any
Number
fast food place,
one.
I'm picking Sonic. I love Sonic. I have.
No.
It's more, and you guys can feel me on this part. There's a emotional and a mental connection with Sonic for me than like if you can associate something with something that makes you feel really warm and fuzzy, you're more apt to like go there later or do that later. Sonic for me, that was it. But there's been times where I go through the drive-thru, there's a car in front of me, they take my order, there's a car behind me. I pull up, I wait. Minutes. And I leave, and I just loop around the building, and the guy behind me just pulls right up, starts ordering.
Why don't you pull into the little drive-in space?
Because I ain't got
His
time to
cheap
hit
ass ain't gonna tip.
No, because why are you going to tip?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Why? Why am I
Why
going to tip?
wouldn't you tip? Right. Just do the drive-through.
Why would I tip not at the drive-through?
Why wouldn't you? They're bringing the food out to you in roller skates.
They're not
Part
all
of
on
the
roller
gimmick.
skates. They're not all on roller skates.
Well, then they get less of a tip if they're not on roller skates. That's the rules.
So that's
the
what
rule.
classifies. That's what classifies getting a tip or not. Is if somebody brings you the food.
I mean, it's a.
I
kind of-
don't think I've ever not tipped
I do
At
like I do
at the Sonic
I do-
drive-in. Yes.
Here, I've done a lot of curbside pickup. Like today, I had Jersey Mike's for lunch. Curbside pickup. I tip the person who brings the sub out. When I order, I put
I don't think
I-
I was as good as I am during the pandemic of tipping when I like do takeout. But as soon as this pandemic's open, everything's open back up. My ass ain't tipping for takeout anymore. For like curbside, if they bring it to me, yes. But if I'm going in and like I phoned an order in, I will probably I don't know. It's just, it's fucking habit now.
No, if you do regular takeout, I don't think you need
like
to,
if you call up Roma, I'm not gonna leave a tip for
no,
them. Like
you do regular takeout.
throwing salami on a roll for me.
I don't
So-
I don't think you need
I
to.
always leave a tip in those instances as well.
All right, let's mute Matt real quick.
Hold on. So am I wrong here?
That's got that corporate money.
But that you don't tip when they bring the
To
when they
me,
deliver
I
the food?
only
At
tip,
Sonic, I always tip. Yeah.
I only
Yes.
tipped at like dine in, like sit down, and I'm getting repeated service.
do you tip when you get like food delivered to your home?
Yes, but I'm at home and the store is 10 minutes away.
So you're
and they
tipping
have
the
to get in-
driver.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they had to get in the car, they had to deliver my food to me in a timely manner, make sure it was hot and fresh and ready to go, and they get a tip.
So the
Well,
only
it's-
instances where you're tipping otherwise is if you sat at a table at a restaurant
Yes.
and had your meal there.
Right.
Otherwise,
Like-
you're not.
I have gotten
Right,
the
like-
diner food frequently, and I will always leave a tip there because there is somebody that has to like put my food in a to-go box, make sure like my dressing is the large size, like I fucking asked, and like bag it up for me.
Sometime, like, to me, I think
But
that,
I'm not doing 20% though either.
right. See, to
No,
me,
I do like 10, 12% for takeout.
Correct.
it depends on how I feel. Like, I
You
absolutely
can't backtrack now, you fucking tightwad.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not for me. It's not a sure thing that I'm tipping if I go and I pick up food,
Got
or
it. So
if
if
somebody,
like a hot guy, you're like, yes,
yeah,
got it.
duh. I thought we understood that.
I'm just confirming it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, hot man bun guy, here's an extra one.
Tight bun. That's a tight bun.
That is a tight bun.
You keep the change there, man bun.
That's right. I throw you an extra one if you let me touch your bun.
Oof.
Can I interest you in another George Washington.
Let me grab that button. But yeah, I usually tip. But anyway,
Local restaurant worker. Hashtag me too. Tim gets canceled.
Whoa, no! I love restaurants way too much. Do not cancel me from all restaurants.
It's just what's gonna happen.
I will just be eating Swiss rolls for the rest of my life.
You are known as the man
which
bun
will be
toucher.
about 6 months. He'd eat nothing
If
but
you-
Swiss rolls. All right. Before we
How
get,
do you eat your Swiss? Do you just chop it down? I'm
Yeah.
curious because you can unroll a Swiss roll.
So I have done that in the past. I actually
Right?
used to be like meticulous with my Swiss cake roll eating.
It's a science.
To where like I would, let me see if I can do this again.
You bite off an end, correct?
No.
Oh.
So what I do is I would take the edge here, this edge, and literally peel everything back and eat the chocolate.
It's cheaper chocolate now than it was a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That chocolate used to always come off.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
It depends on if it's melted. But what I would do sometimes is like I would basically eat one end, like, and then I
Okay,
would
that's
like,
half. That's half. That's not an end. That's a 1/2.
it's a small one. But I used to be able to like you could pinch the ends here and make the cream shoot out the back, and then eat the cream and then the rest.
Come in my face.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you next time I see you, Big Jim. You think just because there's Ben in your name, don't think I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna smack the shit out of you? You're sitting here making me sound like an idiot.
Why am I coming?
Oh yeah, I'm coming to Studio L. We gonna play a game of front hand, backhand. You keep playing that soundbite music, boy.
Come in my face.
That's right. You know what? I'm gonna deep throat this whole.
Jesus.
Did you just
Kevin.
deep throat that?
He certainly did.
Gone.
Certainly did.
He ate it like a fucking pelican. Like,
And I'm gonna wash it down with a Zoa energy. This is gonna be a bad decision.
Yeah. Devin, what did you get? You're 15
still
minutes.
in.
You said Burger King. He waited 20 minutes to order. Their opening are very busy, and he got his food in 15 minutes. A busy Burger King getting your food in 15 minutes. I feel like that's an achievement.
What
Did you tip?
What, yeah,
What did you
tip?
get?
What did you get, Devin?
So wait, his
I
overall
got a Whopper
experience.
Junior.
His overall experience was a 35-minute trip. Then,
I mean,
correct?
I've been to Burger King.
That's
where
Linnets'
nope.
Wendy's every day.
I've been to Burger King's where it's not busy and it takes 15 minutes to get the food.
What do you order, Jim? You order weird fucking shit though.
I order
Probably
something
do.
different almost every time.
Probably order the chicken fries, and you ask for like 6 exactly, and then you complain if there's not. You get the
Dude, chicken
room,
fries
like-
are
I-
real good.
I do
the
like
room
they're like
temp onion rings. You demand the
fries.
cinnamon buns at all hours.
I want a long chicken. Can I get a long chicken?
I'm not problematic at Burger King because I've worked at Burger King and I hated those people. I'll be problematic at other fast food places.
This
Can I
just
have
in:
french
Big
fries,
Jim
no salt?
hates people that work at Burger King.
Shit.
Somewhere Bill's just losing his mind here and that.
But no, yeah, like yesterday I had the hand breaded spicy chicken sandwich
It's a tasty
with
chicken
onion
sandwich.
rings and a Coke. Nothing special, no extras.
I just
I
think
always
it's a bitch
hated
move
the
to get
Burger-
onion rings. I'll say it.
What's that?
I think it's a bitch move to get onion rings. I'll say it.
Why? Their onion rings are better than their fries.
They are. It's not. They just don't. I don't think have them always ready, and that's the shit that backs up lines for Devin.
No, they generally do have them ready.
And why don't they sell 50-50? Give me half onion rings and half French fries. Put that on your fucking menu.
Yeah. When I
Why
knew
don't you
the
just
people that
order
worked
one
there-
of each, cheap bastard?
Yeah, seriously.
I won't have money to tip then.
Can I tell you guys?
Why are you tipping? You're going through drive-through.
So I need you guys to tell me I have a problem with my eating habits here in a
You have
second.
a problem with
You
your
have a
eating
problem.
Wait,
Look down.
okay.
Very,
but-
very
shut
serious
the F
problem.
up. You want to go? You want front hand, backhand too, Ryan? Fat. Yes. So the problem I have with Chick-fil-A is the fact that when you get the fries,
Worst fries ever.
they're not the worst, but they
Not
have a
worst ever, but
they have a quick shelf life.
Go home, put them in the toaster oven.
Yes. But
Oh, I want to get takeout food, but then I want to fucking cook it myself.
shut up. So, listen.
I don't even
The
know
problem-
you anymore, Jim.
The problem with getting Chick-fil-A is when you get the fries, you're forced to eat the fries on
Correct.
the way home. So that when you get home, all you have is a sandwich. So
It's the
sometimes,
macaroni and cheese.
sometimes when I'm feeling extra spicy boy, I will order an extra medium fry as my drive home fries. And then I have the large fry ready to go with my meal when I come home. Fat or smart?
Fat.
Thank you.
A little of both.
Yeah, smart though. I will give you the
I'm,
smart.
I'm smart because I'm fat. Is that what it is?
I feel like
Yes.
if you were smart, you would have found a way to keep those fries warm.
No,
You're
I'm
just
not a
eating more
genius.
fries.
Yeah.
You can keep them warm, but you're
oh,
not.
I'm
gonna keep
sorry.
them
I
in-
can't eat more fries.
Sit on them.
Yeah, but then
No.
they're just gonna get soggy and your butt's gonna get greasy.
That's
So,
the
Ryan,
second.
you're gonna-
that's the
you're gonna
second
take-
time you've used sitting on it as an excuse to get it warm. You used the honey bun defense.
Yeah, Ryan, you
The old
sit on
honey-
something
yeah.
else to
The
get
old
it
honey
warm.
bun defense, Your Honor.
So Ryan, you're picking the McDonald's fries over Chick-fil-A fries.
Every day.
The consistency of a McDonald's fry is better.
McDonald's fries taste exactly the same warm as they do cold.
That's
That's not
good.
true.
Yeah, that's
That's-
actually not true.
It's
That's not
100% true.
It's
They
not
won't
true. They
ever
taste-
mold.
That's also
That's
bad.
true.
They taste dramatically different when they're cold than when they're piping hot.
I think that
Who gets them piping hot?
the choice or the
got it.
variance in the fry is different
I feel
at
like
at Chick-fil-A than it is at McDonald's.
chicken fillet fries would be better if they cook them an additional 30 seconds, and I'd be fine with them. It
Damn
always feels
crispy.
like they pull them up a
You
little
can-
bit quicker.
Ask them to do that.
You know what? It's a great day at Chick-fil-A. I don't want to ruin their shit by asking extra stuff
Ryan,
like Jim would
they
ask.
ask
It's
how
their
can they
pleasure.
serve you. They literally
job.
ask, "How can I serve you?"
And then I would
I
feel
like
like
my
I need to
fries
tip
extra
them.
crispy.
I ain't gonna do that because what if the guy behind me doesn't want extra crispy fries? Then I have fucked his French
Well,
fries for him.
No, you
Tim,
don't.
Tim asks them to take pickles and shake juice on his sandwich. And
Flick
not
them on
put
my
pickles.
sandwiches for flavor.
And you're concerned that they're going to be upset about 30 extra seconds in the deep
I
fryer.
would love to point out that if this was a WWE pay-per-view coming up, Jim would have steered this ship right back on track 15 minutes ago.
I mean, you're not
We
wrong.
just want to put that out there
Oh,
You're
for
not
every
wrong at all.
AEW fan
oh,
listening.
man. I'm
You're
so sorry.
not wrong at all in when you're saying that.
You know,
But yeah, fine. When you go to Burger King, just get a fry and an onion rings. That's simple.
while
Like when I
this
went to Arby's
conversation,
the other week,
I
and
only
I
want
wanted-
one. That's all
when
I'm
I went to
saying.
Arby's the other week, and I wanted
Nope,
the
don't
curly
even,
fries. and the
don't even want to
crinkle
hear
fries.
about it. Who the fuck would want crinkle fries? That's the dumbest thing I've
They're
ever heard.
delicious. They are delicious. And
So
also,
dumb.
Arby's getting rid of their potato cakes. If you ever like those, they're getting
Whatever,
rid of
they were trash too.
I mean, why are you going to Arby's and just not getting the curly fries?
Well, I got
Right.
curly fries and I got the crinkle
But
fries.
you don't need anything else if you have curly fries. That's
Thank
going to
you, Matthew.
satisfy.
is this 3-count Thursday or 3-course Thursday? I don't know
As a
what
by
we're
the
doing
way,
here.
Free course.
They now have walls up for the Taco Bell here in my hometown, so
Mhm.
we're very excited about that. And you think I have an eating problem now?
Hit
I'm
the
in
gong.
I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble when that opens
It's
up.
not good.
Hit the bell.
Big-
Ding.
Do I have a bell?
But the
No,
10
you-
bell salute for me?
You know, the Taco Bell bell. You know what you need
Yeah.
the soundbite from Rocky 3 where
Yeah,
Apollo
I
goes
do.
ding ding.
Okay, so now Devin's saying it took 45 minutes. Well,
Jesus!
that-
Okay.
Walk
17.
away.
right. Just
Yeah,
drive over the curb and drive away, Devin.
count
Go
your
yeah,
to-
at that
losses.
point, you just
There's other
just-
fast food places.
you don't even
man.
just like get out of your car and walk home.
Did he
Just leave
ever
your
say
car
what
he was
in the
ordering?
center of the drive?
Put it in neutral. Let somebody bump through it and push it through the rest of the way. Just leave.
How about you slip and roll your ankle in honor of Ryan there?
That was
All
a
right.
low blow.
Before,
I said in honor.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That hurt like shit.
I'm sure it
God,
did.
your ankle was so big.
You're a
not
well,
good.
yeah,
Well-
and then the one he rolled was swollen too. All right.
I won't even say it. I had.
No,
nope,
go
never
ahead.
mind.
Go ahead.
No, it's
Go
off
ahead.
color, and I'm not going to say it.
Were you, what could you have possibly said?
Is it a
A
diabetes
Nia
joke?
Jax joke.
Oh, okay.
good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
maybe you
Please
shouldn't
don't.
do that. All right, before we get to double or nothing,
It was so. Never mind.
It was so big.
a little bit of controversy this week from AEW commentator, good old JR.
Her.
When talking about the AEW and Impact and whatever other world titles Kenny Omega still holds, but on Grill and JR, talking about who was the best wrestler in the world, he said, it's completely subjective and only my opinion. There's a lot of good ones out there, but I don't think anybody is better than Randy Orton in the wrestling business. Of course, that's subjective. I love Randy's work, although I don't watch it regularly enough to make a great evaluation the last several months that I've tuned in to watch some of Randy's segments. He doesn't disappoint. I'm sure there's Kenny Omega fans out there would say Omega is the best in the world. Some will, and they've got the right to their opinion. I'm not going to argue it. Omega is really freaking good. In any event, it's a good time to be a fan. A lot of great talent out there, improving their game, adapting, and adding things. Following the release of that, Jericho, Omega, Matt Hardy, I think a few other AEW wrestlers kind of took to Twitter and sung the praises of Kenny Omega. And I mean, I didn't really get why it was like a huge deal. But I guess JR stirred up some controversy among the folks in AEW, the fans of AEW. Like, first off, it's not really a problem, but who do you? Well, we'll start with there. Tim, you were kind of raising your hand.
Well, I have a question for you, Big Jim, and this will kind of like steer the ship in the conversation.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the greatest football player right now in the NFL? Who is the number one best player in the NFL?
Bret Hart.
The first name that popped into my head when you said that was Patrick Mahomes.
Does Patrick Mahomes play for the Dallas Cowboys?
No.
So you can
He ain't saying Dak.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, even though you are a Cowboys homer, you
Correct.
can admit that the best player in the game is Pat Mahomes. So why is Jim Ross being lambasted for saying that Randy Orton, who is the best wrestler in the world right now, even though they're for the other team?
Because he's not.
Who's better?
To me right now, Roman Reigns is the best in the world.
Out there. I think I'm still picking Randy, man.
The best, and
What are we
again,
talking about?
are we
This is a
talking wrestler?
rate?
Or are we talking sports entertainer?
I'm talking wrestler.
The dude said twice, "This is my opinion" in his statement.
Right.
So why you would ever get lambasted, I don't know.
Because
and it also seems like that forbidden door can open from the WWE to AEW to allow Chris Jericho over, but one guy has an opinion the other way, and that door's fucking slammed shut real quick.
Right.
Oh,
I think it's because there's a lot of people in like the internet wrestling community who are like gatekeepers, where it's like, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. And like, that's part of our job too. Like us here at 3 Count Thursday, like we give our opinions and we state our opinions as fact most of the time. But that's because we feel so strongly about it that it's like, it's our truth.
you'd be surprised how little I feel about anything we talk about here.
That's because you're dead inside, Ryan.
That's fair.
You're just a shell.
That's
you're a
what's
husk
great
of a
about
man.
us. Like,
Ryan, is there any sport where we could ask you like who's the best player and you would have like an actual opinion on it? Like, I know you watch and enjoy sports, but like, do you watch enough of the actual sport?
I would say football is probably
give me
your
any
only
sport
one, right?
you want. You give me any sport.
I don't trust this.
Baseball.
Tiger Woods.
Thank you.
Is there anything besides what parody comedy movie is the best in the history of cinema? Is there anything in this world that you are that passionate about?
Scary movie.
Boy, that's a wrong.
I could say
statement.
food. I would say like restaurants. I think
You know what? You'd be shocked.
no,
You'd
nothing.
be surprised. Boy, there's probably not much. No.
Yeah, I
At
think
the end of the
Ryan
day, I want to exist, and
I
You
mean,
know,
you
I
take
just-
you
I
take
just
a
wanna be
firm
loved.
stance on a few things. One of them is bottle caps.
bottle caps were good candy. It's a good candy.
Um,
I enjoyed
Not
Night of the
another
Teen movie.
teen
That's
movie.
pretty funny. I like that movie.
the band Green Day.
I'm a pretty big Green Day fan.
I think that's
But
about it.
like, you asked me one day, Green Day's my favorite band. You asked me the next, it might be Live. I really like the band Live. You asked me a follow-up question. It could be CKY. I've seen them in concert the most. It could be the fucking Zach Brown band, who I think are tremendous artists in their own right. So I don't feel very passionate about anything, and that's how I can never be super upset about anything, and that's why everything's a joke.
That's fair.
So my ankle was the size of no.
No, I still wouldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, and again, yeah, it is just so it's all subjective, and it depends. Like, what part of wrestling are you talking? I mean, you could argue there's other guys in WWE that may be better wrestlers in 2021
Eva Marie.
than Randy Orton. I mean, I think what Orton's done, especially during the pandemic, has been fantastic. I think he's been one of the better performers in WWE in the pandemic.
When's the last time Randy held a singles championship?
In a fake sport, you're counting championships?
Wasn't he
I'm just
WWE
asking.
champion less than a year ago?
I feel like if Kenny Omega is not the AEW champion, not as many people go to bat for him.
You know, that's a very excellent point. Let me look when Randy.
Well, and here's the thing: like, I don't have an issue if like fans get riled up by JR's comments. Like, if fans want to, like, if they listen to the podcast or they hear the clip and they go, you know, Omega's.
Oh, this was on a podcast?
This is on.
That's not even like a real media.
Right, this. Thanks.
Jesus Christ!
This is on JR's own podcast.
October. Looks like October Hell in a Cell. Whenever Hell in a Cell was.
Heck in a sec. Yeah, I think that was October.
End of October. So October 25th, 2020. Randy Orton won the title from Drew, only to lose it on Raw like 3 weeks later.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
But like, I have no issue like with fans responding to it. I think that's what fans do. But the thing that I just thought was kind of like weird and cheesy and over the top is when like Jericho has to go out of his way and Matt Hardy has to go out of his way and stuff like, and it just, I mean, it gets people talking about it, I guess. So I guess it did its job, but it just, I don't know. It's just, it's kind of, it almost feels like this inferiority complex where they're like, well, you know, he didn't even say anything bad about Omega. Like, he just said that like Randy Orton to him is the best. And like, wasn't he talent relations coordinator when Orton got hired?
Mm-hmm.
So like, he's known and watched Randy for what, almost 20 years, maybe more.
Easy.
It's just, yeah, it's just, it was strange. And
To get pissed off about anybody's opinion is just a weird flex that I never understand.
I think what part of it boils down to as well, and it's not so much like Jim Ross is dunking on AEW. It's more like Jim Ross is dunking on AEW again. Because you got to remember, he dunked on the referees for not calling rules. He dunked on tag teams for not adhering to like tag team wrestling rules.
Then don't have a guy who spent his entire career calling wrestling matches hire Adnan Virk, and you won't get this problem.
Adnan Virk.
Whatever the fuck.
But also
Bring in Tom Phillips. No, that's a wrestling guy. Don't bring him in.
But here's the thing: AEW on their first pay-per-view gave us like a 10-minute spiel about the rules of their tag team division, and then they didn't adhere to them. So if they're going to give the spiel, isn't it a commentator's job to be like, that doesn't seem right?
But I think that Jim Ross was like making a huge deal about like even those rules being a Travis Sham mockery, than like anything else, like not using the tag rope. Too many. He's been very, very harsh on the work style of AEW.
There's something that I can get fired up about. Tag ropes. Use them if you have them. And if you don't have them, fucking get some. It's the rules. You should get riled up about that.
Yeah.
Or you don't fucking belong running professional wrestling.
Oof. That's strong. That's strong right there. But I'm with you. I am with you.
It's simple. Know the rules.
Yeah. But
Or don't have the rules.
I just think it's like Jim Ross has been the boy who's cried wolf on AEW. Like,
But Jim Ross has actually seen wolves.
correct. In this case,
Yes, there isn't a wolf prowling around.
right. It's more of the lack of wolves. He's like, I don't see any wolves. And all these other guys are like, I'm a wolf. And he's like,
There's a wolf.
I've seen wolves. You ain't no wolf. Her sassafras. I'm just a Okie from Muskogee, and ain't nobody here got me.
So if somebody said to you, who's the best wrestler in the world right now, May 27th, 2021, my answer is Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns, as pro wrestling is presented to me week in and week out, I think Roman Reigns is tops right now in the business. Tim, best in the world.
My answer is not popular. It's not even anybody signed. Best wrestler in the world right now is Hallowicked. End of question. There's no, I love a lot of wrestlers right now that are signed. It is a shame that Hallowicked isn't wrestling really anywhere. And as soon as he starts working the indies again, y'all gonna forget. Y'all obviously don't know.
Y'all don't.
Hallowicked is the man. By the way, listen to Arcade of Terror. He does WCW NWO Revenge, and it is the most hilarious-ish I've ever seen in my life.
Tim, let me just be honest with you. Let's talk Hallowicked for a second.
Yes, please.
Is the reason he's not signed because he is a Chikara gimmick? Is that what's keeping him away from being signed on a major level?
So I literally had this conversation at Real Rumble over Real Rumble weekend. I don't understand why in 2021 we still have this adverse reaction to wrestlers in masks. Like, for some reason, masked wrestlers can't draw, ain't good, you're wearing a mask because you're hiding something, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're wearing a mask to be a character.
Correct. I don't know what they would be hiding. Anybody that's removed a mask from a Chikara era has a face, I think, that would a very good professional wrestler looks great.
And he is on that short list for me, too, of, like, best wrestler in the world. Like,
didn't the 1-0 guy just lost his mask?
Yes,
good looking guy. You could put him.
Oh my God, he's so
good.
You
could put him on a poster, and that would draw.
Yes, he is so good looking. Like, literally, since he took off the mask, he's done nothing but take selfies, and like, guys have been telling him, "Yo, man, what are you, a good guy or a bad guy? Like, you're posting so many pictures of yourself. You're kind of vain right now." But I think it's not so much that he's a Chikara guy. It's that he's a mask guy.
Okay.
And like, promotions are like, I don't understand. I don't know what to do with a gimmick. I don't know what to do with a mask guy. I just know but I know what to do with a bunch of dudes wearing black trunks and kick pads.
I feel like mask guy gets put in a tag match or in like the opening battle royal
or in like a
start an indie show.
A multi-man. He's in a multi-man spot match. Yeah, and like, I may have more strong opinions over wrestlers in masks than other people.
I get that.
But also, like, it's true. As a person who did commentary in a promotion that featured masked wrestlers more than another, some of our best characters were masked dudes. Some of our best wrestlers were masked dudes.
Jim, who's your favorite masked commentator?
No one.
Whoa.
That was something you were passionate about 3 weeks ago.
That was.
Are you still passionate about it?
I'm over that. No.
Jesus.
I think that's what happened. You get passionate about things in the moment,
I'm really lazy. Is really what it boils down to.
And then like 5 minutes later, you're like, I'm done.
You know what? He could put a visor or a ball cap on that mask. I actually wouldn't give a shit anymore. Really start layering the gimmick on top. I'd be fine.
Visor, baseball cap, cowboy hat.
Bring it on.
Ryan, Matt, who do you guys think is the best wrestler in the world right now?
Probably some Japanese guy I never heard of.
Fair.
I mean, to be totally honest with you.
Matt,
Right, but if somebody asks you who is the best
for
wrestler,
you.
is that are
Right
you going
now.
to say somebody you've never heard of?
Jim, are you pressing your fucking luck with me today? I'll say, I don't know. I'll say Cesaro. A pound for pound, I think he is the strongest, and he's just an absolute work rate machine. Him or Seth Rollins were the first two that popped in my head.
There you go. Matt,
Mine were reverse orders. I had Seth 1 and Cesaro 2
Matt and me are clicking tonight, baby.
on sync
Yeah.
tonight.
In Sinkersmith.
And I really wanted to say Kevin Owens, but they just haven't done anything with him besides like the great match with Reigns. It's just, I think he has that ability, but
And
Since they put him in that suit, it's just not working.
another guy too, Sami Zayn.
Zayn's
Yeah.
been
Oh my
great.
God. Whenever Sami Zayn wants to work, literally.
Yeah, I'm a big Generico fan.
Whenever he just wants to do something again. But El Generico is one of those random dude, or one of the rare dudes masked, and now he was just generic enough.
Wait. Time out.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me
Damn it. Damn it.
that Sami Zayn and El Generico, whoever the hell that is, are the same guy?
So I'm not saying they're the same dude. I think El Generico might actually be dead. Last I know, he was doing missionary work.
They're
in
both passionate about
Mexico.
orphans, Jim. We'll say that.
Yes.
Yes.
El Generico has been working with the orphans in Mexico. I think he might have passed away, but I've never seen El Generico and Sami Zayn in the same place.
Okay.
And
fair.
I'm pretty sure that if you did a Google Translate of El Generico into Arabic and then translated that back into English, it might give you your answer.
That can't be true.
It is absolutely true.
God damn it. Now I got to do something after the podcast.
All right, let's
So real quick, while we're on the mask topic, just
Sure.
to burn this bridge, I think we as wrestling fans, and I'm talking WCW, WWE fans my age, we're just brought up to accept that luchador Mexican wrestlers are those that wore masks, and masks weren't just used as a gimmick. I can't think in the WWE or WCW any other mask gimmick that wasn't like a luchador based gimmick.
The only
I mean,
other
I'm sure there's some.
the only other person I can think that wore
did the Blue Blazer wear a mask?
Blazer had a mask, Kane had a mask.
That was the Azul Blazer.
Who was the guy in the oddities? Golga?
He was a
had a mask?
luchador.
He had him.
Doink.
He was a luchador.
Doink the Clown.
Aldo Montoya was the Portuguese man of war, so that's kind of luchadorish. I think
Undertaker
Portugal's
had
down
that
there.
mask, like the
Phantom of
Phantom
the Opera
mask.
mask. Mankind, Vader.
All right, I was wrong. Never mind.
Mankind had a half mask. Vader, you could see his whole effing face. Stop.
Fair. So Kane, but Kane definitely.
Kane's push was he was the brother of the Undertaker and he was burned.
Yeah, but they ran a whole angle around the mask at one
Okay,
point.
but my problem was I said we were trained to think like masked wrestlers are Mexican luchadors.
When you look at Kane, are you even the slightest bit confused to think that he's a luchador?
Right,
I don't
but
know whose side you're fighting for anymore.
Tim, I think that's the point. Is Ryan
Ryan's
incorrect.
Incorrect.
But I'm talking like a mask. Those are like face covering masks. I'm not talking like a Hollow Wicked mask or like an ant mask or anything like that, which are slightly different style of mask.
so a more
I am saying that those style masks and Mexican luchador masks are similar.
okay. So what you're saying is a like is a charactered or a like.
I actually
lucha
don't know what I'm
style-
saying. You've given great examples of masks that debunk my theory.
So
but
I was gonna say the Patriot Del Wilkes wore a luchador style mask as well.
Correct, and he was from
The Q
South
trade,
America.
But I mean, I think more like the
He was a Cuban patriot.
emphasis on the Q. Hey, all right, let's go to this Sunday though.
What's you talking about?
What's that?
Never mind. Just keep moving on.
Christ.